good morning, good morning. Today is Tuesday. Oh dear, you like my hat? It is my party hat. It was my birthday this weekend, and I wanted to thank everybody for all of their kind wishes. I really, really appreciate it. Check in if you're here. I'd love to see who's joining us. I'm just going to load on my phone so I can see all the comments. My hat, I had made it at the Science Center. We decided to go out for a family event. So that was the first family event that we've been out in 2.5 years. I am so excited. That was great. Oh, let me just turn this down. Thank you for joining me. There we go. Thank you, Faye, for joining me. My name is Tina Kavergich, and I am a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located just east of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. If you're located anywhere in Canada, you can drop me an email, and if you would like an annual catalog, let me know and I can mail one out to you. And if you're not located in Canada, drop a comment below and say hi. I'd love to see where you're from. Hello! Anyways, I wanted to thank everybody for joining me. I've posted a lot of the great pictures of the cards that I received the last couple of days, but there was one I could not take a picture of because I just could not do it justice. Good morning, Carol. I'm glad you could join me from around the corner. My friend Karen Snow over in that lives in my favorite island province, but you know where that is, in Newfoundland. I love that place. Anyways, this card I received, and I couldn't take a picture of it because I couldn't do it justice, so I just had to show it off here. So check this out. Maria made this card. I couldn't believe it. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? And she even used the new stamp set that came with her pre-order. This is great. I can't believe it. Maria had joined my team, maybe a year ago or so, and she had not really made cards, but look, from creating no cards at all, she made this card. I have not even tried it. I am so impressed, Maria, with her card making skills. Fantastic. It was just fantastic. Good morning, Joan and Janice. Thank you. And Cindy, thank you for joining me. I am so impressed. See, this is what happens. All you have to do is, give it a try, pick up some stamps, get some ideas, and you can make some great cards. And I'm telling you, Maria joined my team. We've been having a blast. My team members are absolutely fantastic. I love them to pieces. We get together every month, 1 or 2 times. We have team meetings. And we do some fancy fold card classes and some special stuff. It's such a blast. Sometimes I just get off and I just chuckle totally to myself. If you want to join my team, drop a comment below or drop me an email, northernstamper@gmail.com. Oh, hi Sandra. Hola, still down in Mexico. Can't wait for you to come back. Well, maybe not, but it would have been better if I actually came with you. I think it would have been better. So, Sandra, I hope you're having a great time down there. So, yes, we have a lot of fun on the team. So if you would like to join my team, I'm going to let you know I am always here to help you and help you make the most of your money, because more in your pocket means more in your pocket. Anyways, yeah, I am here to help you make the most of your choices. There are some things that you may want, and I may suggest that you delay and wait for them, and there are reasons behind that. Everything is a strategy. I believe everything is a strategy. Audio quality is not very clear today. Oh no, I do apologize about that. Not sure what's coming next. So anyways, there is going to be probably a sign-up bonus with the starter kit coming up in, I'm about to lose this. Oh no, no, stop. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Hello. I do apologize. Hopefully you'll be able to reload and You know what happened was my laptop, I guess I did not have it plugged in, and off it goes. And let's check to see what's going on here. Oh my goodness, let's give you a minute. I think maybe my antennas on my hat from the Science Center took in too many signals and just kind of shut down the laptop. Let me know that you made it. I do apologize. That is too funny. Anyways, as I was saying, my name is Tina Kavrgich, Northern Stamper, and today I guess things are just happening. Maybe I should take off my hat. I don't know. It's handmade though. So anyways, let me know that you're back. I really can't believe that. So that is just too funny. I think it's time to maybe purchase a new laptop. Anyways, we are back. Don't forget, new catalog is launching next week. You could buy some of the great items that I've been showing off in the catalog next week. Also, we are doing a draw today. Today is my draw for a Stamparatus. I am giving away a Stamparatus. If you have purchased with me or joined one of my classes, you got tickets to go into my bucket. So what I did... Oh, thank you, Janice. The sound is better. I did make a slight change. I clicked something else, hopefully, and that works better. So what I did is if you joined in on some of the classes, I put your name from 1 to 100. I don't know if you can see it there, and put your initials on. And what I did is if your number was chosen by somebody else, I just kind of moved it to another one and marked it down. So I have everybody's number in here. Not all of the numbers were taken, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw until we get to the person that wins the Stamparatus. All right, so fingers crossed. Let's see what we got, okay? Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to put my list in front of me so I can see it. I've got all my tickets from 1 to 100 here. And let's see who wins. And I'm going to choose. I always want to make sure that it's well mixed. So, all right. So let's take a look. And it is number 40. Do we have a number 40? I'm looking. Oh, there is somebody. MC. Oh, geez. Holy cow. Hold on. Let me check. The number 40. I have everybody's, holy cow. Oh, it's Maria. The lady that made the awesome card. Maria, look at that. Maria has won, the lady that made this card has won the Stamparatus. So I'm going to put that on your, on here, and you can pick it up or we'll have it delivered to you. For that. So thank you very much. Maria has won the Stamparatus, but I have another draw for the Daisy Lane. I had promised that somebody will get the Daisy Lane. So what I did is anybody that had registered and paid for the July takeaway gets in for the Daisy Garden. And that person who won that is Christine T. I will mail that out to you with your paper share. Christine T. gets that one. Congratulations. Congratulations. So what we are doing today is we are making our very last Daisy card. So just to let you know, I think the idea for making Daisy cards in April sure did work because I don't know about you, it is much nicer and today, and hopefully that was the idea for creating a card, is to kind of bring on the springtime. So make sure that you have some of your Daisy punches. You definitely need that for this card, okay? So you need Daisy punches. Okay, and we are going to be using some of the sentiments from the Daisy Lane stamp set. I love this. It does have an older stamp set that goes with it. I don't know if you have it, but Daisy Delight. If you do ever see it or you have it, keep these. These are fantastic. Love these sets. They are actually one of my favorites. Too bad that they are going out of the catalog. But you know what? They have so many other great things coming in. Wait till you see what I got us creating coming up. May is designer series paper. Love it. June is all of the in colors, and the May and June takeaway packages have gone out together because I will be on a road trip and I'm taking you with me. And we are going to Utah and California, and we are doing a long creative card trip. You're gonna love it. So what I will do is I will videotape and then upload just in case on some of those spots that may not have Wi-Fi. So yeah, I'm taking you all with me. I'm packing up my crafting stuff and we're going to Utah. Looking forward to it. So anyways, you're not here to listen to me blabber on. Let's get making our cards. So grab your Takeaway Tuesdays for today, which is April the 26th. Now, in your package, you may have something that's slightly different in color than what I have. What I did is created your package based on the color choice from the designer series paper that was placed in your package, okay? So just that you know, it might be slightly different from what I'm making, but it will still turn out as fantastic. So, are you ready? Give me a thumbs up and let me know that you're ready. You will really only need probably one ink color. Either you can use black. I'm going to be using Evening Evergreen. It's a darker green. I'm going to be using that because that is from the colors that are in the designer series paper. So let us get you started up onto the camera mount. So let's go on the wild ride, and hold on a second. All right, we're going to go up here, and you may notice that it is a little further away, but it's just so that you can see everything. I want to make sure that you can see everything. All right, so hold on, ladies. Okay, let's double check. Look at that. Okay, it's a little far, but don't worry, I will try and bring everything a little bit closer to you. All right, so as I mentioned, my name is Tina Kavrgich. If you have any questions, please drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. I'm just going to make this straight because I just realized I can move the camera a little bit. All right, so we got our packages. Whoop, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you got your package, Takeaway Tuesday, April the 25th or 26th, or it's today. And your package may have either like a crushed curry. It could have a petal pink as a card base. There should be some green in there. Now, I just grabbed this one. This one is embossed, and what we're going to be doing is we are going to be punching out some leaves and using that. And I'm just looking around for the punch that I wanted to use. And I guess it had legs. Oh, there it is. And I'm just going to use a punch to get some of the leaves out. You can always emboss your green to give it some dimension. I just grabbed this from my spare parts or you could use just a plain old green. It's up to you. There is also some vellum in there we're going to be creating with that. We're going to be doing some punches with that. And as I mentioned, your paper may have a slightly different design than the one that I have here. So I have 3 different ones, and I will try and make all 3 with the same design in different colors so that you can see. And you're going to notice in your package that there are 2 card bases. Now, you may be wondering, why are there 2 card bases? One is actually, it's just folded over because it made it easier. And what we're going to do is we're going to punch out all of the daisies with one of these card bases. And it was just easier to place in the package. So you need 1 card base for the card, 1 for punching out the daisies, If you want, you can actually stamp the daisies and then punch them out, or you can just punch out the daisies. It is totally up to you. It does give a different design, and maybe what I'll do is I will show you as I go along. So I'm going to make two different colors so that you can see. So I'm going to make one that's a yellow, and let's make one that is a petal pink. Like I said, yours may have a different color card base. The same steps are exactly the same as we go along. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your designer series paper. So I can't remember which one I had on what. So let's just go like this. I have no clue. Maybe it was like that. And oh, what if we just do one with each? I'll make 3 cards and we can just design it. Okay, so I got my card bases and I got my designer series papers here. So hey, that kind of works with the larger screen so you can kind of see. What we're going to do is we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to cut it down a little bit, okay? And actually in your paper, in your package, you should have a piece of basic white. If you don't have a piece of basic white, it should be in there. Please go grab one. I thought I had packaged it all in there. It seems I am missing one, so hold on. Oh dear. So what happens is I create all these packages, and the last one I create is always my own, which always gets the odds and sods of leftovers. So what I'm just going to do is quickly make my card base on that. So the white should be 4 inches by 5 1/4. So I have my card base on there. So what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that this designer series paper is also the same size as that white. So I want it the same size, 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. And what I'm going to do is create my basic white for each of these because I'm making the 3 cards. I want to try and do them all at the same time. So I have that, and let's do this one, okay? And we'll go along. Let's make sure. So 4 inches by 5 1/4. You want a piece of basic white, and your DSP the same. So let's look. This DSP is a little bit larger. I can cut that off, but with what we're going to do, I'm going to show you, we're going to work on these. All right, so make sure they're there. All right, so I have my white and my designer series paper. What we're going to do is we're going to take our designer series paper and we are going to do some ripping. And I'm just going to rip it from one corner diagonally across, okay, so that it fits on the piece of basic white like that. Okay, so what I would like you to do, take your designer series paper and just rip it from one corner to another diagonally. Oops. And if it doesn't rip properly, that's okay, because some of that will be hidden by some of the flowers. So we're going to do that for each one. Just ripping diagonally. And you're gonna have some left over. You can make this with another card, the same design. So you'll notice that it's not perfectly ripped. That's okay. That is it is totally fine, as long as we kind of have that ripped a piece in half. And what I'm going to do is actually glue down these onto the basic white. So let's get our adhesive, and it looks like I am using my liquid glue, so I'm going to put some liquid glue on. I actually do like this liquid glue. Some people use only liquid glue. Some use the Seal and Seal Plus. I really love Seal Plus, but I gotta tell you that the liquid glue is actually really strong, and it is compared like super cheap, $5.50. It is a great glue, and it gives you some time to kind of wiggle around as you move it around. It gives you some time to set it down. So there we go. We're just going to just place them on. And if your paper is a little longer like one of mine was, all you're going to do is flip it over and just cut off that extra piece. So there's just slightly larger. I'm just going to cut it out. Oh, Sandra uses both. Yes, I do too. But the liquid glue I find is a really good value. It is really good, and it's super. It holds so many things. I think even my son stole it and used it on his car to hold wiring. Man, yeah, that thing could be used for anything. Okay, so we have our pieces on, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stamp a sentiment up in the right corner area before I glue it down. So I'm going to take my stamp. You can actually have any kind of sentiment that you want, and I'm going to stamp them right about there. So the the evening evergreen, I'm thinking of another color, will work very well. So let's just pop that on. Gonna pop that on there, one. And because I'm using evening evergreen, it will match everything that I have in the designer series paper. So that works kind of well. Okay, another thing what you can do is if you have some stamps, or the stamp set that you're using has a little bit of like a dot behind it or a little sploosh, you can use that behind your sentiment too. Some of them have little splooshes in them. Say something like this. This is one of the new stamp sets, Nature's Prints. Love it. And this has a little sploosh. You could kind of put that in behind if you want in a lighter color. And it looks very interesting. I always wondered what these little splooshes and dots, but they look fantastic. They really do add something to the card. So Stampin' Up! Is doing something really great. They know what they're doing. Okay, so what we have is we now have our sentiment and our designer series paper on. And what I'm going to do is just simply glue it on to the card base. So let's place some glue on. And I'm not going to put any ribbon because this is going to be actually a very busy looking card once we're done with the flowers. So I'm not going to be using any ribbon across at this time. Whoop, my finger's in there. And we're just going to place it on, glue it on. So there we go. Nice. Oop, and move it around. There we go. You always have a few seconds before it goes super sticky. So let's pop that on. Okay. There we go. I like to make sure all my pieces are all together that I can glue on so I don't lose them. I just have a really bad habit of putting things on my desk and off they go. I'll never see them again. Okay, so I have them glued on. I'm going to put these aside, let the glue dry. There we go. Just pop that on there. And what I'm going to do is, because we have different colors, I'm going to be making cards, flowers in each of these colors. And what you can do is you can do tone on tone. So this is petal pink, so you can do tone on tone. Or you can do black on this, on the cardstock. Or, you know what looks really good too is basic or a gray color. Smoky slate looks really good too. But what I have here is I'm going to show you one, and I'm going to use a black. So let's get the stamp set. What I'm going to do is use the smaller Daisy from the Daisy Lane. And what I'm going to do is I will make some that are stamped in black on the cardstock so that you can see the difference. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to use it on the yellow because I think black and yellow looks really good. And as my friend once told me, yellow is the color of happiness. So I'm going to stamp a couple of daisies. So let's make maybe 3 or 4 daisies. I'm just going to kind of make a whole bunch and then what I don't use, I can always use for a different card, so I'm just going to keep going. So, but you want an even number because we are going to pop them on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got 5 flowers. So let's get those. Doesn't that look great? I love the black on the yellow. So I'm just going to pop these out, and I'm using the medium size daisy punch. Now this is where it's going to take a little bit of time, but bear with me. This is going to look fantastic. Let's just pop these all out. And whoops, there we go. Make sure it's lined up. Okay, this only takes a second, so hopefully this will give you time to pop out some daisies too. If you don't stamp the image, that's okay. It looks really good too. I will be doing that with the next color. So I just wanted to show you. I'm going to make one of each, one with and one without stamping so that you can see. So let me know how your weather is. Did making daisy cards bring springtime to you finally, or is it still snowy and not very nice? Let me know. I'd love to know where you're checking in from. Okay. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. northernstamper@gmail.com. I am happy to help you out. Okay, let's get this last one. Whoops! Oh, that one just kind of like, I have no idea where that one went to. That daisy went flying. Okay. All right, and what I'm going to do is just simply pop out a punch that are unstamped and show you what that will look like. Okay. Oh, Sandra. Sunny and hot again. Well, I guess that's the way it is down in Mexico. Lucky. Man, I wish I could have that cat sitting job too. All right, so we got our flowers. I'm going to take away this petal pink. So, and what I'm going to do is get my dimensionals and put my flowers together. I always think it looks so much more fuller when you have the flowers doubled up. They look a lot fuller on the card, and with the dimensionals it adds some height. So I think it's really good to do that. Okay. These are little things that you find that as you create, you prefer certain things. You notice that some things work better than others. My very first daisy cards, when they came out, only had single flowers, and then I started kind of putting 2 and 3 together, and yeah, definitely lost that last one. I'll just leave it like that. And card making kind of changes slowly as you start to learn and do more things with it. So what you're also going to do is you are going to actually punch out some vellum leaves or some vellum flowers, and we can add that too, and that will look really, really nice behind some of these flowers. So once you're done punching out some regular daisies, punch out some vellum daisies to add to your flower. That's what the vellum was there for. Okay, so we're going to add that up. And it's a lot of punching today that we're doing. So let's get the vellum, and we're just going to punch a few out. So I'm going to add, oh, that one's just kind of stuck in there. Whoops, come on out. And I'm going to add some behind 1 or 2 of these flowers for some design. Oh my goodness. Come on. There we go. Love punches. One of my favorite. Okay. So I'm going to actually add one to that one. That was the single. Pop that in there. Oops. There we go. Doesn't look like anything right now, but wait till we have it on the card. And I'm going to add a couple of more and place them on with some glue dots because I want the vellum to lay flat. You're going to always use the dimensionals on there. It is totally up to you. There is no right or wrong. There we go, a couple on the orange. There we go. Okay. Vellum is actually a really interesting design element to add to things that you create. It just adds a little bit extra to anything that you're making. Okay, so let's get that out there and pop it on. Okay, so just so it's splayed. You can't quite see it yet, but once we get the card done, you'll see the vellum a little bit more. Okay, so we got that. Now I'm just going to punch a few leaves, and I'm going to use the bow punch, and I'm just going to add a couple of leaves to each one. Okay, hopefully you can use the sprig or any other leaf punch or die that you have, and I'm just going to punch a bunch out. Okay, and like I said, I did emboss some of the cardstock. I just grabbed it and embossed it to give it a different design element, and that is a really interesting thing to do before you punch it out. Okay, so let's see, I can get one more out of there. There we go. And you'll notice I'm using two different colors of green. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some of these behind the flowers. Okay, and I'll put a few on here and there. Whoops. And I'm just going to tape them on. I just find it much easier taping than adding the glue. So I'm going to be using, actually, I'm going to add the two different colors of the Evening Evergreen cardstock and the Pear Pizzazz. Let's add a little bit of color there. So let's pop some on those. A little bit of tape, a little bit of color. There we go. Okay. And as we go along, you can see it's all coming together slowly. There we go. I guess I can add some more. Don't forget the orange. Orange, and let's add some green. There we go. And we're going to do that quickly on each card, on each flower. So I'm not going to do them on all the flowers, but just here and there on a couple. So out of the group, I might do it on 3. Okay, here we go. I'll do a couple of on the orange one. All right. Hopefully you're still with me. Okay. This card has a little bit more steps to it. That's why it's going to take a little bit longer on placing it together, but I thought it was a great way to finish off the month of daisies. Thought it was really, really a nice card when I was done. Okay, so I got a couple on the yellow and a couple on the orange. All right. Okay, wow, that was a lot of punching. Let's bring back in our two colors. I'm going to work with the yellow and the orange at the time. So there's my orange card, and I have the design here. And you can either do the whole daisies all the way across, or you can cluster them as you like. So figure out, what you prefer. So I'm going to lay them kind of along on the line here. But for this one, I'm going to cluster it a little bit. Everybody is a little different. Oh, look at that. That looks fantastic. Oh my gosh, that is lovely. There we go. So I haven't glued it down yet. There we go. So I'm going to cluster this one. And let's take a look. So let's go to the yellow with the stamped image. Now you can do it all the way across on the ripped part so that you don't see the ripped part. It is totally up to you. You can like line it up if you prefer. Okay, I'm just going to tuck it in. I see the one with the vellum I want to pop out. And oops, this one, let's see, can I get them in a little bit tighter? So I'm going to show you the two different kinds. All right. Oh my goodness, they actually both look fantastic. So this is the one, it is all the way across. It's kind of hiding the diagonal piece that we have ripped. You can see a little bit of the vellum. Okay, so there's that one. There you go. Or what you can do is you can cluster them if you prefer, and so that you see a little bit of the ripped portion of the card. There you go. There, you can do that one. So I'm going to glue these down. I like how they're going to be. And I'm going to do a couple that are on dimensional and one or two that are laying flat. So let's get them glued down. So I'm going to just move them a little bit. Add some adhesive on the back. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of adhesive. I guess I could use that. Let's kind of spread it out. Okay. Maybe I'll have these kind of go down like that a little bit. Like I said, you can't go wrong. And there we go. And the last one I'm going to put on with dimensionals. Now the center of the one that is not stamped, in your package, I believe there may be a few design embellishments that you can add to the center. So I'm just going to let that glue set for a bit, and I'm going to move on to the yellow. And I want this one to pop up. Right, going to have that. Put a little bit of glue on this one. Now it looks like the ones that I stamp don't really need that embellishment in the center. So I will not add the embellishment to the center of these ones. That one I think I want down. Oops. There we go. Place that on there. Glue it straight down. And a couple of these with dimensionals to give different height. And this one in the middle I think I will glue down too. Okay. So let me know what you think. I'm interested which one you prefer, if you like the cluster or if you prefer the one that's completely along the line. So let's add these along. Okay. Don't forget to add the vellum to your petals. They really look quite nice as it goes along. So there we go. So there is the one with just along the line. I think it looks really good. I'm not going to add any embellishments to the center of this flower, but I will do it to the ones that I did not stamp. I think the ones that I did stamp look much nicer. So it's interesting what happens is as I go along, I do design a card, and as I come along on a Tuesday, they totally become quite different. So as I kind of add little things along the way. So let's add those to the center. I don't know if that happens to you, but oh, look at this. These are really looking nice with the centers, even though I didn't stamp it. I like that. So you can definitely see the difference of before and after adding an embellishment. It does make a difference. And I'm just using some embellishments that I had in my stash. Everybody's got a little stash bin. So there we go. And actually, I think this needs a little bit more. It seems kind of plain on the top, don't you think? Maybe I should just add another one. I don't know. What do you think? I think it does need a little bit more. I think I just need to do it. Just need to do it. Okay. All right. Sometimes, you know, you just got to go with what you like. And I like one more flower. Okay. There we go. And, of course, you can always add Wink of Stella, a couple of more embellishments. Those brush brass butterflies are absolutely fantastic for this card. If you have any of those. I love that design element of the brush brass butterflies. Do I have any? Do I have any? Let's look in the stash box. I had them somewhere, and for the life of me, now I can't find them. But I have them somewhere. The brush brass butterflies would look fantastic on here, just a couple here and there. So this is the original card I started with, and there are a couple of butterflies in there. These are the ones I've designed today. So let me know which one you prefer. Do you like the yellow with the stamps? I think that looks really nice. I may add a little bit of Winkostella, or do you prefer the orange a little bit more clustered together? I would love to know what you think, which one you prefer, and if you've created some, post them on the page. I'd love to see what they look like. So hold on a sec as I say a proper goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye and just check out. There we go. Thank you very much for joining me. Look, I still got my antennas on, and hopefully, you know, the aliens won't come and take me away. So thank you for joining me today, and don't forget to post your cards. I'd love to see how they turned out. Which one did you prefer? I'm going to take a picture and you can post. Did you like the yellow? Did you like the orange? Anyways, until next week will be May, and we will be doing a designer series paper. Got to tell you, the paper from the catalog is always so much better in person than it is in the catalog. You're gonna love it. Love it, love it, love it. Until next time, ladies, have a lovely day and enjoy the springtime that these cards have brought, because I like to think that us making these cards brought spring. Any questions? northernstamper@gmail.com. Until next time, ladies, cheers and have a great day.